Good morning. The ceremony will begin shortly. Please take a moment to silence all electronic devices. As a gentle reminder, all personnel participating in the ceremony should exercise caution to ensure that wings will not be pinned in an aggressive manner that would cause any injury to the soldiers. All pinning ceremonies must be conducted with the utmost respect for the dignity and physical well-being of the graduates. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the First Sergeant of Alpha Company, 2nd Battalion, 210th Aviation Regiment, First Sergeant Daniel Wallace.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to graduation. I'm First Sergeant Wallace of the Chinook Maintenance Company, and it is an honor to speak to you this morning. First, I would like to congratulate the students for their hard work and determination over the last few months. You guys have all proven and possess the skills necessary to properly maintain the Army's helicopters fleet and are prepared to enter the fighting force. I know the work has been challenging, but it does not get easier from here. It does, however, get more fun and rewarding, so you have much to look forward to. To the families and friends, I say thank you for entrusting us with your loved ones and for allowing them to join the Army in such a challenging time. I know the decision could not have been easy. You should be extremely proud of the work that these fine soldiers have done over the last few months, and I hope you enjoy this occasion today. In just a moment, the graduates will come up on stage row by row and receive their graduation certificates. Following the receipt of their certificates, the graduates will line up in the front of the stage for the pinning of their wings. At this time, you're welcome to come forward for photos of the pinning. I invite you to move around and take as much time as you need to get the photos for you and your family. Finally, I would like to call the distinguished honor graduates, Private Brian, Private Cornexel, PFC Dixon, and Private Lamone, up to the front to receive a brigade coin on behalf of Colonel Morshed, our brigade commander. These students have had the highest GPA in their classes and no negative counselings. They also excelled in all facets of military performance during this time and advanced training. Please give them a well-deserved round of applause.
At this time, we'd like to recognize all veterans in attendance and watching online. Thank you for your selfless service and the sacrifice in the defense of our nation. Distinguished guests, family members, and friends, on behalf of the 128th Aviation Brigade Command Team, welcome to today's graduation ceremony for 15 uniform CH-47 helicopter repair class 006 and 007, and graduation ceremony for 15 Tango UH-60 helicopter repair class 019 and 020. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation given by Chaplain Coltrane and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Good morning. I invite you to pray with me. Let us pray. Holy God, this morning as we welcome this new group of soldiers into the aviation family, we give thanks for all the ways that this journey has challenged them and transformed them. We are grateful for the hard work they have done and the people who have cared for them and supported them along the way. Even as we pause for a moment to celebrate this graduation, we know that these soldiers are preparing for the next chapter in the incredible journey above the best. May you guide each of them, giving them wisdom and humility. We ask that you continue to bless our nation and grant us peace. Amen. You may be seated.
Army Aviation Maintenance Training began at Fort Eustis, Virginia in 1954. Since its beginning, Fort Eustis has continued a legacy of maintenance training excellence, training active duty, National Guard, and Army Reserve soldiers, along with Air Force personnel and international partners with a lineage that dates back to Operation Just Cause in Panama. The Army redesignated the United States Army Aviation Logistics School as the 128th Aviation Brigade on February 1st, 2012. Today, the 128th Aviation Brigade trains over 5,500 soldiers annually in every Army aviation helicopter specialty. A 15-uniform cargo helicopter repairer is primarily responsible for the overall maintenance of the CH-47 Chinook helicopter. They perform tasks such as the removal and installation of aircraft subsystem assemblies. These include engines, rotors, gearboxes, transmissions, and mechanical flight controls. They also perform services, inspections, repairs, maintenance checks, and diagnose troubleshoot faults for all of the aircraft components. A 15 Tango UH-60 helicopter repair is primarily responsible for the maintenance of the UH-60 Black Hawk helicopters. They remove and install aircraft subsystem assemblies such as engines, rotors, gearboxes, transmissions, and mechanical flight controls, service and lubricate aircraft and subsystems, prepare aircraft for inspections, maintenance checks, and diagnose troubleshoot faults for all aircraft components. The guest speaker for today's ceremony is Drill Sergeant Curtis Arnett. Drill Sergeant Arnett enlisted in the United States Army in 2015 as a 15 Tango Black Hawk helicopter repairer and is currently serving as a Delta Company 1st of the 222nd Aviation Regiment Drill Sergeant. Please refer to his biography in your program to learn more about his selfless service to our nation. Please join us in giving a warm welcome to Drill Sergeant Curtis Arnett.
Good morning, distinguished leaders, dedicated instructors, proud families, and most importantly, the graduating soldiers of the UH-60 and CH-47 helicopter repair course. Today, we stand together to honor your hard work, dedication, unwavering commitment to become aviation maintainers in the United States Army. This is not just a graduation. It is a rite of passage marking your transition into a role that is critical to the success of the Army aviation and the defense of our nation. You have spent months mastering complex aircraft systems, learning the meticulous detail of maintenance, and developing the precision required to keep our aircraft mission ready. The long hours of study, the sweat in the hangar, and the discipline of military training have prepared you for the challenges ahead. You are now the backbone of Army aviation, the skilled professionals who ensure that every aircraft to every mission is supported with excellence and reliability. To the instructors, thank you for shaping these graduates into the professionals that they are today. Your guidance has instilled in them the discipline and knowledge they need to succeed. To the families and loved ones, your support, patience, and encouragement have been invaluable. The sacrifices you have made behind the scenes do not go unnoticed, and we are grateful for all that you have done. And to the graduates, today marks the beginning of your journey as an Army aviation maintainer. Take pride in your work, hold yourself to the highest standard, and never forget that what you do matters. You are the backbone of Army aviation, and our soldiers in the air and on the ground are counting on you. Army aviation does not function without you. You are the foundation of every mission, the guardians of every aircraft, and the silent force behind every successful operation. Whether it's a Black Hawk lifting off for a medevac, an Apache engaging the enemy, or a Chinook carrying troops into battle, none of it happens without your expertise and dedication. Standing here today, you have already proven that you are ready. You have earned the title of aviation maintainer, and with it, the responsibility to keep our aircraft flying and our Army strong. So as you move forward, remember the lessons you've learned here. Take pride in your work, support your team, and never stop striving for excellence. The Army depends on you, your fellow soldiers depend on you, and today we celebrate your achievement, knowing that the future of Army aviation is in capable hands. Congratulations, soldiers, and welcome to the team. Kill 'em all, never fall, above the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that we will now present diplomas to the graduates. Please feel free to move around and take photos throughout the presentation. The distinguished graduate is that soldier who received the highest marks throughout the course. These graduates are selected on academic standing, leadership, physical fitness, and discipline. The distinguished graduate will receive a certificate of achievement from the 128th Aviation Brigade and a brigade coin. The distinguished graduate for 15 uniform Chinook Helicopter Repair, Class 006, is Private Kelsey Bryan. Private Kelsey Bryan is from Zanesville, Ohio, and will be assigned to the 137th Aviation Regiment, Ohio, National Guard. The distinguished graduate for 15 uniform Chinook Helicopter Repair, Class 007, is Private Kenneth Cornexel. Private Kenneth Cornexel is from Austin, Minnesota, and will be assigned to the 34th Combat Aviation Brigade, Minnesota, National Guard. The distinguished graduate for 15 Tango UH-60 Helicopter Repair, Class 019, is Private First Class Matthew Dixon. Private First Class Matthew Dixon is from Grants Pass, Oregon, and will be assigned to the 25th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Wainwright, Alaska. The distinguished graduate for 15 Tango UH-60 Helicopter Repair, Class 020, is Private Donovan Limon. Private Donovan Limon is from Miami, Florida, and will be assigned to the 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade, Hunter Army Airfield, Savannah, Georgia. The honor graduate is that soldier who is the 2nd highest graduate of their class. They will receive a certificate of achievement from the 128th Aviation Brigade. The honor graduate for 15 uniform Chinook Helicopter Repair, Class 006, is Private Danny Komarick. Private Danny Komarick is from Ottawa, Iowa, and will be assigned to the 1st Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Cavazos, Texas. The honor graduate for 15 uniform Chinook Helicopter Repair, Class 007, is Private Christian Lopez. Private Christian Lopez is from Tulare, California, and will be assigned to the 40th Combat Aviation Brigade, California, National Guard. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. The honor graduate for 15 Tango, UH-60 Helicopter Repair, Class 020, is Private First Class Timothy Gleason. Private First Class Timothy Gleason is from St. Louis, Missouri, and will be assigned to the 101st Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. The graduates for 15 uniform, CH-47 Helicopter Repair, Class 006, are Private First Class William Atkins. Private First Class William Atkins is from Pelham, Alabama, and will be assigned to the 36th Combat Aviation Brigade, Alabama National Guard. Private First Class Gabe Hutchinson. Private First Class Gabe Hutchinson is from Newcastle, Colorado, and will be assigned to the 1st Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Cavazos, Texas. Private Yonan Alvarez. Private Yonan Alvarez is from Dallas, Texas, and will be assigned to the 11th Expeditionary Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Worth, Texas. Private Braden Munson. Private Braden Munson is from Peoria, Illinois, and will be assigned to the 12th Combat Aviation Brigade, Katterbach, Germany. Private Marcus Murphy. Private Marcus Murphy is from Woodstock, Virginia, and will be assigned to the 12th Combat Aviation Brigade, Katterbach, Germany. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private Samantha Reynolds. Private Samantha Reynolds is from Burbank, Washington, and will be assigned to the 168th Aviation Regiment, Washington, National Guard. Private David Bruce. Private David Bruce is from Ray, Colorado, and will be assigned to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private Aiden John. Private Aiden John is from Raleigh, North Carolina, and will be assigned to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private Andreas Lloyd. Private Andreas Lloyd is from Binghamton, New York, and will be assigned to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. The graduates for 15 uniform CH-47 helicopter repair class 007 are Sergeant Nathan Mulkey, Sergeant Nathan Mulkey is from Bluffton, Indiana, and will be assigned to the 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade, Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. Sergeant Alexis Quinones. Sergeant Alexis Quinones is from Vinland, New Jersey, and will be assigned to the 1st Air Cavalry Brigade, Fort Cavazos, Texas. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Specialist Eric Frederick. Specialist Eric Frederick is from Paris, Tennessee, and will be assigned to the 101st Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Specialist Kenneth Pisa. Specialist Kenneth Pisa is from Buffalo, New York, and will be assigned to the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, Camp Humphreys, South Korea. Private First Class Michael Ham. Private First Class Michael Hamm is from Lehigh Acres, Florida, and will be assigned to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private First Class Boston Pass. Private First Class Boston Pass is from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and will be assigned to the 12th Combat Aviation Brigade, Katterbach, Germany. Private Noah Barton. Private Noah Barton is from Chesapeake, Virginia, and will be assigned to the 29th Combat Aviation Brigade, Virginia Army Reserves. Private Brody Bray. Private Brody Bray is from Fergus Falls, Minnesota, and will be assigned to the 34th Combat Aviation Brigade, Minnesota National Guard. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private Isaac Furr. Private Isaac Furr is from Leroy, New York, and will be assigned to the 16th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Wainwright, Alaska. Private Carson Long. Private Carson Long is from Kent, Ohio, and will be assigned to the 137th Aviation Regiment, Ohio National Guard. The graduates for 15 Tango UH-60 Helicopter Repair Class 019 are Private First Class Evan Burns. Private First Class Evan Burns is from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and will be assigned to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private First Class Gabriel Camacho. Private First Class Gabriel Camacho is from Hollister, California, and will be assigned to the 25th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Wainwright, Alaska. Private First Class Rylance Castro. Private First Class Rylance Castro is from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and will be assigned to the 25th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Wainwright, Alaska. Private First Class Jose Cazares. Private First Class Jose Cazares is from Imperial Valley, California, and will be assigned to the 25th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Wainwright, Alaska. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private First Class Vern Donato. Private First Class Vern Donato is from Baytown, Texas, and will be assigned to the 4th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado. Private First Class Gavin Forthman. Private First Class Gavin Forthman is from St. Louis, Missouri, and will be assigned to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private Miguel Ayala. Private Miguel Ayala is from Weston, Florida, and will be assigned to the 101st Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private Cameron Benfield. Private Cameron Benfield is from Louisville, Kentucky, and will be assigned to the 25th Combat Aviation Brigade, Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. Private Cody Brigman. Private Cody Brigman is from Pittsboro, North Carolina, and will be assigned to the 25th Combat Aviation Brigade, Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. Private Carter Collins. Private Carter Collins is from Hibbing, Minnesota, and will be assigned to the 34th Combat Aviation Battalion, St. Paul, Minnesota, National Guard. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private Salvador Duarte. Private Salvador Duarte is from San Diego, California, and will be assigned to the 4th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado. The graduates for 15 Tango UH-60 Helicopter Repair Class 020 are Specialist Drew Nelson. Specialist Drew Nelson is from Lindstrom, Minnesota, and will be assigned to the 34th Combat Aviation Brigade, Minnesota National Guard. Private First Class Jackson Kanigan. Private First Class Jackson Kanigan is from Palo Alto, California, and will be assigned to the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, Camp Humphreys, South Korea. Private Adam Manukayan. Private Adam Manukayan is from Washington, D.C., and will be assigned to the 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade, Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. Private Victor Orozco. Private Victor Orozco is from Greeley, Colorado, and will be assigned to the 10th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Drum, New York. Private Eric Gardner. Private Eric Gardner is from Atlanta, Georgia, and will be assigned to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private Ryder Henson. Private Ryder Henson is from Lexington, Oklahoma, and will be assigned to the 4th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado. Private Jonathan Kirkman. Private Jonathan Kirkman is from Huntsville, Alabama, and will be assigned to the 1st Air Cavalry Brigade, Fort Cavazos, Texas. Private Owen Leaking. Private Owen Leaking is from Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, and will be assigned to the 12th Combat Aviation Brigade, Wiesbaden, Germany. Private Kinson Locklear. Private Kinson Locklear is from St. Paul's, North Carolina, and will be assigned to the 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade, Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. Private Alec Matthews. Private Alec Matthews is from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and will be assigned to the 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade, Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the newest members of the Army Aviation family. We now turn to a special part of the ceremony. The distinguished graduate will present a token of appreciation to Drill Sergeant Curtis Arnett. This symbolizes our sincere gratitude for their words they have imparted on us today. They have added a meaningful dimension to this important milestone in our graduates' journey. The team of non-commissioned officers and civilian instructors who trained and mentored the graduates are assigned to the 1st Battalion, 222nd Aviation Regiment, and 2nd Battalion, 210th Aviation Regiment. Together, this outstanding team instructed your soldiers in discipline, physical fitness, warrior tasks and battle drills, and fundamental aviation maintenance practices. They led and mentored America's sons and daughters so that one day they too may become a non-commissioned officer. The drill sergeant and instructors for today's graduating class are Drill Sergeant Curtis Arnett, Drill Sergeant Michelle Jefferson, Staff Sergeant Andrew Roberts, Staff Sergeant Keo Adiki, Staff Sergeant Corey Orr, and Staff Sergeant Raul Morales. Please join us in giving a round of applause to these outstanding drill sergeants and instructors. Please rise for the playing of the Aviation song and the Army song. We ask that all soldiers in uniform remain standing and join us in reciting the Aviation Mechanics Creed and the Soldier's Creed. Family and friends, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's graduation ceremony. Please come forward to congratulate your soldiers and take photographs. Thank you for attending. Above the best, born under fire.